Now, shall I show you the new product that I am going to be selling? I can't believe that I'm actually sharing this already. It feels really... I'm just really nervous but really excited. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title, I am so excited to announce that my Etsy shop is officially restocked. And today in this video I'm going to be telling you about the products that I sell on my Etsy shop in case you don't know, or I will tell you the new author portraits that I'm going to be selling, as well as the author portraits that are going to be restocked and returning from past restocks, and also a very new exciting product that I am going to be selling for the first time ever in my Etsy shop, and I'm really nervous because I don't know how you guys will feel about it, but I'm also really excited because it is something that I have wanted to design and make and provide for people for a really long time, and I'm just so happy with the result and I can't wait to tell you about it. I have been itching to share this with you all, so I'm very excited to go over all of that stuff. I will also be going over different shipping questions because I know quite a few of you are from all around the world, so I just want to make sure that if you want to order from my Etsy shop, all the information is pretty clear, and if you have any questions at all, please feel free to leave them in the comment or message me on Etsy, Instagram. You can send me an email. You can go to my website as well, so anything that you want to contact me, you can do it however you feel comfortable. I wanted to make this video a little bit casual just because I have my computer right here. I'm sitting at my desk. I have all of my portraits here. I have my little stack that I want to go through, and this is the new product that I'm going to be telling you about, and I wanted to share a few updates to my Etsy shop and my shipments and all that stuff. So I have all my information just all around me. Doing it at my desk was just way easier. Okay, so I think the first thing that I will talk to you guys about is all of the author portraits that I am going to be selling, the new ones and the restocked ones. If you don't know, I do on-the-page author portraits, which are basically graphite illustrations that I draw myself, and then I take them into Photoshop and I overlay the texture of an old vintage page and also different text that relates to the author, either a handwritten manuscript or the first page or the title page of one of their major works, and I use different brush techniques and different tools to sort of make a cohesive illustration. So it's half traditional graphite sketch, half digital elements. Actually, it came from a project that I did at university because I went to art school, and we had to do a project that was half traditional, half digital because it was for a digital computer illustration class. And little did I know when I was drawing four of my first authors that it would turn into such a huge thing and such a big part of my life and my career, which is crazy. So anyway, that's what I do. You can use them as big bookmarks. Here is Jane Austen. You can use them as big bookmarks. You can frame them. You can do whatever you would like with them. I know that my first intention for these was to have them as big illustrated bookmarks. They're not the size of bookmarks, they're the size of like traditional postcards because they're 4 inches by 6 inches. But people always frame them, which I think is just the best because just the fact that you guys want to frame my artwork means a lot to me. So anyway, without further rambling, I am going to be talking about the new ones first, the new authors first. I have 4 new authors to talk to you about, and then I will tell you about the authors that I will be restocking. So the first new author is Sylvia Plath, and she is on the page. This is her handwritten manuscript of The Bell Jar, and then this is her handwritten manuscript of one of her poems, which is called Fog Sheep. And I will show you a little close-up so you can see. It has a smooth finish, and it's made out of really thick matte paper so that they won't bend or anything, and they won't crease or break, so you can see like I'm bending it and it's not really, you know, it's nice and sturdy. It's not like a thin piece of paper. Because I want to make sure that the items that I give you guys are the best quality that I can provide you at the lowest cost. So this is Sylvia Plath on the page of The Bell Jar and a poem. Then the next one is Beatrix Potter. This is her on the page of her illustrations specifically for Peter Rabbit. and this is actually the text from the first letter that she sent, where she shared the story for the first time to a little boy. She wrote it in a letter, and then it became a book and a series. And then this side, it has an illustration of her home, which is Hilltop Farm, and then on the bottom we have different ink illustrations that she has done. And Beatrix Potter is one of my most influential illustrators and writers, and she has impacted my life so greatly. And I really wanted to capture her, and I wanted to capture her essence, and I love that. I really love this mouse that I put on her shoulder, because she had such a close connection to animals, wildlife, nature, and she was so passionate about preserving the land that she lived on, and she loved her home, and she loved the Lake District, and I really wanted to honor that and represent that through her own illustrations, and also combining it with my illustration and my portrait of her. So I'm extremely, extremely happy with how this one turned out, and I hope you like it as well. Then the third new author I have is Mary Shelley, and she is on the page of her handwritten manuscript of Frankenstein, or the Modern Prometheus. And I love her handwriting. It's so beautiful. And this iconic portrait of her, which I just think it's so beautiful. She has such an elegant grace. I don't know, I feel her spirit when I look at this, which kind of sounds silly. Love combining authors with their handwritten text, because I feel like it really creates such a connection, and it shows that it's their own hand. I think there's such a personal quality to a person's own handwriting. Then the last new author portrait I have to show you is Boris Pasternak, and he is on the first page of Dr. Zhivago, and then on the other side he is on two poems from the poems of Yuri Zhivago, which is his main character of Dr. Zhivago, and that is Hamlet and March are the two poems. So these are the four new authors that I have. We have three incredible women and our wonderful Boris Pasternak. So I hope that you guys like the new author portraits. Now I will just quickly go over the ones that are returning. The first one that is returning is one that is highly, highly requested, and I love that it's highly requested, and that is Fyodor Dostoevsky. He is on the page of Crime and Punishment, and some of his own illustrations that he actually drew in his manuscript, which I just love the fact that he wrote on his manuscript. So that's Fyodor. Then we have an old favorite. He is one of the first author portraits I drew actually for my assignment in university that I was talking to you about. He was one of the very first ones, and that is Edgar Allan Poe on the page of The Raven. And then the other side is him on the page of his poem Annabel Lee, which is one of my absolute favorites. So there's Poe. Then another favorite, we have Virginia Woolf, and she is on the page of A Room of One's Own, which is this side. And then on this side, she's on the page of Mrs. Dalloway. Two of my very favorites of hers. I want to read a lot more Virginia Woolf this year, so very excited to do that. The next one is another one of the originals, and that is Charlotte Bronte. She is on the title page of Jane Eyre, and then on this side, she is on the first page of Jane Eyre, which she is one of the most requested. I have restocked her a lot, so I'm so happy that so many of you love her. And then the next one is Oscar Wilde. He is on the page of The Picture of Dorian Gray. This is the original title page from 1891. And then the other side is him on the first page of his handwritten manuscript for The Picture of Dorian Gray. I also have a video where I draw him as well if you want to watch that. The next one I have is a more recent illustration, and that is Toni Morrison. She is on her handwritten manuscript for Beloved, and then on the other side she is on the title page of Beloved. And then we have Ella Montgomery. She is on the page of Anne of Green Gables. Of course, this is the original title page, and then on the other side she is on the first page of Anne of Green Gables, which is one of my very favorite books. Then we have William Shakespeare on the page of A Midsummer Night's Dream. This is the quarto and the folio edition of Midsummer Night's Dream. Another favorite, I mean, you can't go wrong with Shakespeare. I definitely want to read more Shakespeare plays this year because I don't think I read a single one in 2021, which I think is ridiculous because I'm a huge Shakespeare nerd. Then the next one is another recent favorite, and that is Tolkien on the page of The Hobbit as well as The Lord of the Rings, which I just love his face. He has such a kind, sweet face. Then we have another all-time favorite that so many people requested and keep requesting, so thank you so much. That is, of course, the man himself, Leo Tolstoy. And this is another one of the originals. This is him on the page of the Russian text of Anna Karenina. And then on the other side, this is a charcoal drawing, actually, and I just added on his signature on top. Instead of doing like an actual page, I just did his signature, but these are 3 charcoal sketches that I just did for fun, and then so many of you loved it that I decided to put it on the other side. It's actually on my wall. The original is right there. And then, can you see? Oh, there's the original Leo, and then there's Charlotte Bronte. We have Charles Dickens up there. I didn't restock Dickens this time, but he'll probably be returning in the future. And then the last one that I am restocking, like you saw before, is Jane Austen, and she is on the first page of Pride and Prejudice, and she is also on the title page of Pride and Prejudice. So all of them are $8, but the one that is $10 is just any of them that are double-sided. So the Leo Tolstoy one is $10 because you are getting 2 illustrations for one. That just helps me out more because the time that I spend doing it and also the supplies that I use to make each original piece. All of the rest are $8, and then shipping depending on where you are in the world. Shipping domestically is $1. Shipping outside of the US can be around $2 depending on how many portraits you buy. The cost of shipping will go up. So that's just something to keep in mind, but again, if you go on my Etsy shop, that will be kind of self-explanatory because you'll be able to see it on your screen. Now, shall I show you the new product that I am going to be selling? I can't believe that I'm actually sharing this already. It feels really... I'm just really nervous but really excited. The company that I ordered it from is a company called No Issue, and it's in here. The product is in here. Can you tell what it is? But I wanted to show you the bags actually because I did buy these wonderful recycled bags. So this company, No Issue, is a sustainable brand, and they are really passionate about making products that are good for the planet and that aren't harming the planet, which is something that I'm really passionate about because I don't want to be putting out more plastic into the world. We already have enough plastic, and I don't want to cause any more harm than we already are. They have this wonderful little logo where it says No Issue Eco Packaging Alliance, and I am not being sponsored by them. I just really love their packaging and their message and what they do, and they also make incredible products, and I'm so happy with how my thing turned out. So do you want to see what it is? Should we do a little unboxing? So this is what it's gonna look like when you get it. It'll be in this bag. On this side it says, "So we meet again. Fancy seeing you here. I'm made from 100% recycled waste. As I'm made entirely from waste, I reduce the amount of new plastic being made, a win for the planet. I also feel great with my rustic vibe and antique imperfections. Here's to a new beginning. Don't just chuck me out, use me again. When I'm old and tired, you can recycle me. Wherever soft plastic recycling is accepted, I'll get another life." So I just love that they put such care into their products, and it makes me feel good that I'm not filling the planet with more plastic. I'm so nervous. Okay. Here it is. Oh my gosh. Okay, we see page. So if you guys know, my author portraits are called On the Page, and I gave it that name when I was doing the assignment for my university class because we had to name our project. So I named it On the Page because these author portraits are on the page of their own writing. Okay, if you can tell, It's a canvas bag. So on this side, we have Leo Tolstoy and Charles Dickens. Of course, if you are part of the Dickens versus Tolstoy debate, then you can now have a Dickens versus Tolstoy bag, but it gets better. On the other side is Charlotte Bronte and Jane Austen, also on the page. So I designed this graphic where I put them actually on the pages of a book side by side, and I gave it my title of On the Page. And this is made out of fantastic material. It is nice and thick, and now you have a bag for all of your books. You're welcome. I'm kidding. I'm going to thank myself. I have already used this so much. I am so excited. I hope that you guys like it as well. I am so happy with how this came out. So because this was more of a graphic design, I decided to kind of make it more like line art and not so much heavy rendering with shading, because that transferring it to a canvas bag is really difficult because of the ink and the way that it has to be printed. So I decided to do this kind of line art style tote bag, and I am in love with it, and I hope you are too. And then you guys can carry around a very bookish tote bag with your favorite classic authors. I tried to pick 4 major classic authors that we all love, and 4 authors that I really love and am passionate about, and of course I had to honor Dickens and Tolstoy, and then I wanted to honor 2 of the most incredible female classic writers, because how could I not? So yes, here it is. I hope you like it. I hope you like it. I love it so much. So to tell you a bit more about the tote bags, I have them up right here. I have them drafted because obviously I haven't published it yet. To give you a little information about the tote bags, I will put the picture of them up right here, which is how they will look on my Etsy page. The first picture is this one, and I just wanted to show you that it is double-sided, so you are getting, it's not like there are 2 options, one with Charlotte Bronte and Jane Austen and one with Leo Tolstoy and Charles Dickens. You're getting it double-sided. I made it with the help of No Issue, again not sponsored, but they did such an incredible job. I just can't believe how amazing it turned out. It is just a regular canvas, and then the ink on it is black ink. Sorry, Willow was downstairs and she was starting to get antsy. She is looking out of the window, so you guys could say hello. Hello. She is getting so big. You're getting so big. Oh my goodness. She's like, what's going on outside? Okay, anyway, brief intermission over. Let's get back to business. To defeat the Huns. Okay. Back to business, shall we? I am going to be reading from the description that you can find with the picture of the tote bags on my Etsy page. I do talk a little bit about how the tote bags are actually made from 100% GOTS certified cotton, which is less impactful on the environment than regular cotton. They make such wonderful, sustainable products, and that's really what I wanted to make sure I was giving you. I put a little funny comment. I said, need a bag to bring with you to the bookstore? You're in luck. These bags are waiting to be filled with your books, which indeed they are. They are 40 centimeters by 40 centimeters to give you an idea of size, really just a traditional size tote bag. And in case you have any shipping issues, please feel free to contact me. Like I said earlier, you can find me in multiple places. Something else that I'm really excited about that is a new addition to my Etsy shop office area is a label printer. I bought myself my very first label printer, which I'm so excited about because all of my past restocks I have handwritten everything, and I like the handwritten quality to it. I think it's really personal, it's a nice personal touch, but it's just incredibly time consuming and incredibly hard on my hands, and because I'm just writing all the time, and I have to take really good care of my hands because my hands are my career. I can't do my job without my hands. So yes, having a label printer, being able to print out your shipping labels will just make my life a lot easier, make my hand a lot happier, and I hope that you're okay with that. Of course, all of the orders are going to come with handwritten notes, which I still want to keep doing because I love sending you little handwritten thank yous, because you guys just mean the world to me, and you ordering from my Etsy shop means so much to me, so I want you to know that. So that's why I like doing the handwritten notes. And then what that means is that they will actually come with tracking numbers. I've had a few questions about why I don't sell my portraits with tracking numbers, and that is because the cheapest option for you and for me to ship at least the cards is through regular stamps, regular postage. The unfortunate thing is that they don't come with tracking numbers, but I am going to be starting to use shipping labels, and the Etsy shipping labels do come with tracking numbers. So that is something that's awesome. The only thing is that it can get a bit pricey. So some of the international orders, if you just order a card from me, it might come with a regular stamp, handwritten. It might not come with a shipping label. That just means that it was on the pricier side, and if I can ship it the cheapest way possible, I will ship it the cheapest way possible, just so that I don't want to overcharge you, and I don't want to spend too much money on my end either, of course. With the tote bags are going to all have shipping labels because they are bigger packages. Of course, you can't stamp like a regular parcel. Something that I wanted to talk about is the cost of the tote bags and the cost of shipping. So I have a little less than 50 tote bags in my inventory. I'm starting off by selling just 25 because I don't know how the shipping labels and all of that is going to go, and I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. If there's an issue, I don't want to have it be an issue of 50 tote bags. I want it to be an issue of 25 tote bags, because I mean, that's still a lot, but if that makes sense. I just want to start out with a lower number, but once I sell out, if I do sell out of the first 25, I will be restocking with the rest. The price of the tote bags is $20 just because the cost to print them was a bit pricey, and in order for me to make a profit, I have to raise the price a little bit. And because I worked ceaselessly on my design, I redid that design like 500 times, where I did different authors, I did more authors, I did less authors. I was trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do, and it was really time consuming. And something about being an artist is, it's really hard to put a price tag on your artwork, because it's just not something that I feel very easy about, because it's just part of who I am. Creating art is who I am. But I keep thinking about, I'm putting hours into my job, which is being a freelance illustrator, so the amount of time that I put into creating the artwork should be reflected in the price of my artwork. So I hope that that's understandable. I always feel really funny about talking about prices, but I just want you guys to be aware, and that I really do take into consideration how it will be for you guys. I want it to be reasonable. Then shipping costs are going to be different for everyone depending on where you live. If you just buy one tote bag, the weight is 2.8 ounces. I don't know if this is information that you need to know or not, but I just want to give you all the information that I can. The cost for shipping of the tote bags depends on the weight, which, like I said, it's 2.8 ounces, and it depends on where you live in the world. So I have it all calculated out right here in front of me, so it gives me different options. So it says if a buyer lives in Chicago, the cost of shipping will be $4.48. So the total will be $24.48. It'll be the same for someone in New York. The highest price, unfortunately, is if you live in Australia. The cost of shipping is $19.24. That's USD. I feel really horrible about charging someone $20 to ship. I can't do anything about it, and it makes me so sad. If I could hand deliver all of these free of charge, I 100% would. But unfortunately, that's not how the world's shipping systems and price of shipping works, sadly. I wish I could change the cost of shipping, but I unfortunately cannot. Just to give you guys more of an idea of what the shipping cost will be for different people around the world. So if a buyer lives in Canada, the shipping cost will be $15. France, the shipping cost is $16. Germany, the cost of shipping is $16. If you live in Ireland, it will be $17. Italy, $17. Norway, $17. Spain, $16, almost $17. If you live in Sweden, $16, almost $17. If you live in the Netherlands, $17. If you live in the United Kingdom, it is $17. That's the cost of shipping. Of course, if you live domestically, if you live in the US, because I live in the US, the cost of shipping will be like $4.37. So unfortunately, international shipping is super expensive, but I can't do anything about it. It's so sad. Yes, but it does come with tracking. You will get a lot of wear out of the tote bags because they are made incredibly well. I hope that you think it's worth the money. Yes, I just want to be very candid with you guys. I don't want to, I just want to give you all the information, so I hope that that's okay. I try my best to be the best Etsy shop owner that I can be, and to help everyone that I can as quickly as I can, to answer all of your questions, to provide you with wonderful bookish items and tote bags, and I really hope that you guys are as excited as I am. I've been using my tote bag so much recently. I took it to the bookstore with me one day. I took it out grocery shopping with me one day. I went to Ulta to buy some makeup, and I put my, my shopping in there, so you can use it for whatever you want. And you can share the bookish love out in the wild, which I think is just so awesome. I hope you guys like the tote bag. I hope you are excited about the new and returning author portraits. I hope that you like what is here. And I will be working quite a lot on getting all of my orders out as soon as possible. It does take me a lot of time. It took me a lot of time to prepare everything, to set up my new label printer, to test it out, make sure that it worked, to set everything up. I'm getting all of my stuff ready. So yeah, and I'm just nervous about how the shipping for the tote bags will go, but I think it'll go well. I'm as prepared as I can be. I'm sorry that this video was a bit rambly, but I just wanted it to be kind of like a, here's all the information that you may need to know or that you might be interested in or be curious about. Again, if you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to ask them. Again, for the millionth time, if you have ordered from my Etsy shop previously, or if you are ordering from my Etsy shop currently during this restock, thank you so much. I just want to give you a hug and say that I love you and that your support means more than I can say, because your support of my artwork and the products that I make me able to do what I'm doing and make me able to support myself and make me able to be a freelance illustrator, which is my dream job. So you are making me able to do my dream job. So just thank you. I just wish that I could talk to each and every one of you and give you all a hug and say that you mean more to me than I can say. Like I say all the time, I care about each and every one of you so much, and all of your messages, all of your comments, all of your positivity, all of your kindness means more to me than anything. So thank you. I think that's all. If you order from my Etsy shop, look out for a notification that your items have been shipped and a little handwritten note, and I'm very excited to listen to a bunch of audiobooks while I wrap all of your orders. That's one of my favorite things. I love finding an audiobook, a really good one, and sitting at my desk and wrapping up all of your orders, writing you all notes, and just feeling incredibly lucky to be able to do the job that I do and to create the artwork that I do and to have people that want to buy it. Crazy. Life-changing, mind-blowing, just yes. Okay, I feel like I'm rambling now. As always, Carolyn Marie Rambles is here. I will see you soon in another video. Thank you so much for your support, and I'm sending you all of my love, my warmest wishes. Willow is sleeping on my lap, but she she says goodbye. I just don't want to move her. Alright, I will see you very soon, and happy reading. You have something in your ear. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I just want to get it out. I just want to get it out. There we go. Okay. Okay. You want to sit? You want to sit nicely?